So today I'm gonna do like a wellness health week in my life.
Two-tone, wristwatch, paddock, new phone, bad bitch, I had to bag it. Big drugs, no shit.
This is my skin. Looks great. I'm making some granola, so I wanted to show you the recipe. It's very easy.
Ice on me, that shit keep my fingers dripping. I guess it's why I'm splashing on these niggas, Scottie Pippen, yeah.
Okay, good morning you guys. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna do like a wellness health week in my life as we, you know, get all ready for summer. But the first thing I did is just, as you saw, made breakfast. So I made the protein French toast recipe that I showed in one of my previous vlogs. It's by Amelie Desai. I absolutely love this recipe. It's so good to get your protein in the morning, especially for someone who, like myself, I absolutely hate eggs. I hate the taste. I hate everything about eggs. But these, I actually don't taste them at all, the egg whites. So if you're like me and you despise eggs, I would highly recommend giving it a try. It's so good. But it's just egg whites. I put a little bit of vanilla, cinnamon, and a little bit of butter, which she doesn't call for, but I love the added flavor. And I just use like a whole grain toast by, I forget the brand, but just a regular whole grain protein toast. On the side, I also grabbed some fruits. So I just did pineapples and strawberries because it's in season and they taste so good. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this. I'm also gonna add a little bit of syrup on top. Can't go wrong. But yeah, after this I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go on a hot girl walk because it's actually nice out. It was nice yesterday, but the air quality was really terrible. So today's better. I'm gonna go do that. I have to go grocery shopping today. I want to make some granola, all the things. I'm going to show you a little bit of my skincare routine because it has changed a little bit from my last video. I know, but I'll explain later. But yeah, I'm going to eat my breakfast and I think I'm going to brainstorm some stuff for a grocery list, perhaps. We'll see. And then we'll get ready to go on my walk. Literally so good. Okay, I'm all ready for my walk now. I've decided that I'm going to actually go to the grocery store directly after my walk because it's close by. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me for that, and we're gonna do a little bit of grocery shopping. Luckily, I don't think the haul should be too large today. Let's hope for my bank account's sake that it's not. But yeah, we'll head out and get our walk in. Oh, outfit of the day, I guess. Top is a Lululemon Align tank, and my pants are like these dance pants dupes. I got them from Marks. I cannot remember the brand name. If I remember, I'll put them here. But yeah, that's my outfit. And then I'm wearing my walking shoes. I don't remember. I think they're like Puma Nitros or something. I honestly don't really remember. But anyways, let's go on our walk and get this day started. Okay, so I am finally back from my walk. It was so hot, so I just came home and made myself a water. In here, I like to put just regular water, but I also like to put lemon juice. And recently, I've been adding like a steeped hibiscus tea in there. I think there's some health benefits to hibiscus tea. Can't remember off the top of my head, but it does taste really good and it keeps me super refreshed and hydrated, so that's always a plus. Much needed after that walk. But as you saw, I went to the grocery store, so I want to give you guys a quick haul. Also, I apologize about the lighting. I don't know why those like streaks are there. Okay, so I want to show you guys a quick little grocery haul. Luckily this week it wasn't anything crazy. First thing I picked up were these Nail Brothers corn chips. These are really good. They're like in the organic aisle. They're very delicious. And then I got some more lemon juice. I love to have this on standby because I always put it in my water. Then I got some kefir. This is like a probiotic fermented milk. I like to make kefir smoothies, and so I put kefir, honey, and just like some frozen mixed berries in a blender, and it's honestly so good. And apparently it's really good for your gut health, so I got some kefir. I got some more egg whites for my protein French toast because I've been really loving it lately. And then I got some more whipping cream for my coffee creamer that I make homemade. I just got some apples and some bananas. I also got some baby carrots as well. And like I said, to go with the kefir smoothie, I got some more mixed berries. These were so expensive. I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on. Tariffs. But anyways, got the mixed berries. And then I got a huge thing of peanut butter just for toast, but mainly for my granola that I like to make. And I got some whipped cream because my mom likes to put this on her coffee. And then I just got these Bourbon biscuits. These are so good. You're Canadian and you remember the Peak Frame biscuits, the assortment box, and there was like the chocolate biscuits. This is exactly what it tastes like, but better. But this is what I got for like little sweet treat of the week, and just like as a cute little like side with my coffee. Oh, and then I also got, I always get these, just a can of sparkling water. This is the cranberry ginger ale flavor. I absolutely love these as a substitute for like soda and stuff. I don't really drink that much soda anymore, only when I'm like going out into a restaurant and like something fun, but on an everyday basis I do like to drink those. Those are really good. And for some, I don't know how they do it, there's no sugars or anything, but it does taste like cranberry ginger ale. Don't know how they do it, but anyways, I'm gonna put all that stuff away. I think I'm gonna put the dishes away as well, and then I'm going to shower and finally have coffee because it's 10:16. I still haven't had coffee this morning, but that's okay. So I'm gonna do that. I'll pick you guys back up. I think I'm gonna do my skincare routine because it has changed a little bit since my last video. And yeah, so I'm gonna go put this away and listen to my podcast. Okay, I just finished washing my face with my cleanser. I'll show you. I use the Aveeno Calm and Restore Oat Cleanser. I showed this in one of my previous videos. I actually really like it. I've used quite a bit. And what I like the most about it, it doesn't have any soy in it, because if you didn't know, I'm allergic to soy. But it's really well. It's very calming, very gentle. But one of my new steps in my routine is I've kind of eliminated some of the serums that I usually use. Before I would use hyaluronic acid, but instead of repurchasing a hyaluronic acid serum, I decided to go for more of a natural route. And I've mixed together vegetable glycerin, rose water, and distilled water in here in this little spray bottle. Mainly because the glycerin is similar to hyaluronic acid. It's a humectant, and so it really pulls in moisture. And something that I was noticing with my previous skincare routine is that my face felt so dry. So I just shake it up like this, and I get a little like mister bottle, and it'll just spray my face. super simple. I put a little in my hands as well. Oh yeah, I also saw this little solution on a TikTok comment, and it's one that a lot of people have used for years, and their skin's been super nice and hydrated. So I decided to give it a go. So I just like spray this on my face, let it soak in for a little bit. And then when it comes to moisturizers, I'm still using my Garnier Skin Active Moisture Restore and the dry skin version. It's more of like a gel-like consistency. Mainly I'm using this because I bought it and I'm not gonna waste it, but I don't necessarily need this. I'm just using it for now. But the main one, the star of the show that I've been using recently, is the Jameson Deep Nourishing Day Cream. This is their vitamin E version. I bought this a few days ago. I absolutely love it. It looks like this. It's very thick. It looks kind of similar to the Nivea one that I usually use, but it's just an added layer of moisture and has that added vitamin E, which is really good for moisture, because if you didn't know, I think I said moisture like 7 times. But naturally I have more dry skin, and I think one of the biggest things for me is, you guessed it, moisture and hydration. So I've just been using these 2 new things recently, and my skin, I'll show you once I put all my moisturizer on. So I just put a little bit of this on forehead, cheeks, chin, and then my neck. You never want to forget your neck. And then I go in with the vitamin E moisturizer. This you literally only need a little bit. It is so good, especially if you have dry skin like myself. Like, I would highly recommend this for sure. And this is like the day cream version, so I couldn't even imagine what the night version is. But yeah, I think the Life brand, the brand from Shoppers, has a similar version to this. But I feel like, I think it was 15 bucks. I feel like for the amount that you get and the quality is honestly not that bad, especially considering some moisturizers at like Sephora are like so expensive. So I just make sure I get it on my neck, even all the way down to like my collarbone area. So this is what my skin looks like recently, like without any sunscreen. It looks so just clear and refreshed, and it stays moisturized, which is the biggest thing, all day. But yeah, I've just kind of kept it very simple. The only other serum that I've been using, that I've used recently, is the Nutrium Retinol Complex, just because I honestly only use this like once a week right now, but I am 27, so I feel like it is a good time to start using retinol. And then I've also switched my makeup remover, and this is the Bioderma H2O. I just got the little version. It is a little bit more expensive than like the Garnier Micellar Water, but I found that the Garnier Micellar Water didn't take my makeup off that well, which I also feel like was contributing to my skin not looking the best. Tried this one, and I think I prefer that one. Honestly, nothing fancy, not scented, it's great. Then I go in with my usual Neutrogena Clear Face sunscreen. This is 50 SPF because it is so hot here in Ontario, and I don't care if you're black, white, purple, you need sunscreen. I don't want to hear it. So I just put my sunscreen on. And I also feel like because I've been using this glycerin mix, like all my products have just been applying so much better and just like so nice. So at the moment, that is my skincare routine. I was looking to get like the Tier Milk Toner just as like an added hydration, because that's really what I'm going for. It's just dewy, glowy skin, but not right now. Not right now. Maybe in a few weeks, once I really get these, make sure that these products are working, and maybe I'll invest in that toner. If you're Canadian, it's at Healthy Planet. I discovered that the other day if you wanted to give it a go. But this is my skin. It looks great. I'm very pleased. So, and it's very easy, very affordable. So if you have dry skin and you're looking for something, I would give it a go. But yeah, I'm gonna go make coffee now because I'm so tired. Maybe another stack, and then I'll pick you guys back up when I go ahead and make my granola, because I've been meaning to show you that recipe for the longest time. So enough yapping, let's go get coffee.
You may feel the tea for just 5 minutes, 15 seconds. Remember to keep those knees facing outwards, tracking over the middle toe. You're now going to hold halfway. So you're not down here, that's easy, you are halfway. We are holding. Again, and go back. And back, breath out as you drop back. Amazing work. From this position into a low squat, 10 only. So you're here, 9, you can do this. Hold it there, hold it, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5.
Okay, you guys, it is a few days later, but I just came back from a walk and I wanted to show you one of the Kefir smoothies that I've been having recently. It's so good. So, okay, so the first thing I do is just add some crushed ice. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so crushed ice is in here. Then I'm gonna do a 4-berry frozen blend. This has strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries. That's just what I prefer, but you honestly could use any fruit you want. I'm gonna add a little bit more to win out. Then I'm gonna use the kefir. This is the President's Choice, the plain one. I just use the plain one because the flavored ones do kind of have a lot of sugar in them. Where this one, I think this has 9. Which is decent, but some of the like strawberries, vanillas, they have significantly more. So I just take just the plain version and dump probably about like a generous amount, to be honest, like that much. It's very thick, so I'm actually gonna add a little bit of water. So this is completely optional, but I've started adding a little bit of protein. So I use the Perfect New Zealand whey protein. This is the vanilla one. I think this is by Perfect. I thought it was diesel, but this is the one that I use. I feel like this is the best tasting protein powder that I've tried. I don't put a lot. I put about like, is it half a scoop? Put that in there. I also, again, optional step, but I'm gonna put some chia seeds. I totally forgot we had these, so I'm just gonna add some for some extra fiber. Can never go wrong. Kefir by itself is pretty sour, so I like to add a generous amount of honey. So I'm just using 2 different types. This one is just a local honey that my dad got from Jamaica, but it's kind of running low, which is kind of unfortunate because it's probably one of the best tasting honeys I've tried. So I'm just gonna use the regular no-name one because that one's pretty much empty. And like I said, I put a generous amount because kefir is very sour, but it tastes good. Okay, anyways, and then I just go ahead and blend that all up. It tastes really good, so give it a go if you're looking for a new smoothie recipe. Okay, you guys, it's actually been a few days since I last filmed, but I'm finally sitting down and making some granola, so I wanted to show you the recipe. It's very easy, but still good nonetheless. I also want to make other recipe that I saw from TikTok. It's like a carrot ribbon salad and it looked really good. So I got the ingredients today to make that. So we're gonna make that together and see how that goes. So yeah, decided to pick up the camera and show you. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so you don't actually have to do this step first, but I'm doing it now because my oven takes a bit of time to preheat. But I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my oven to 325. So the recipe for the granola that I'm following is actually from TikTok. I'll put it over here, but it's very easy. First, I'm going to start off with 3 cups of rolled oats. For rolled oats, if your store doesn't have them, I use large flake oats. It's basically the same thing. I just use the no name brand if you're Canadian and you're looking for those. I'm just grabbing a big bowl and measuring out 3 cups of oats and putting it in here. Okay, so next the recipe actually calls for oat flour. So you can go out and buy that if you want. But what I like to do is just take the large flake oats and I just blend them together. So I just take a 1/4 cup of that and blend that up. Okay, so to this, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of chia seeds. This is totally optional, but if you have some, feel free to add it. I'm just gonna do that. And this is only 1/2 tablespoon, so if you see me adding 2, that's why. And then I'm going to do some cinnamon. The recipe calls for a teaspoon of cinnamon. Personally, I really like cinnamon, so I'm just going to eyeball it. And then it also calls for a teaspoon of sea salt. But I've made this recipe before and I accidentally put a tablespoon and it was awful. So because of that, I don't really put that much salt in it, but feel free to put a teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna put a little pinch in here. We have this pink salt that I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add a little bit. Okay, and then to the dry mixture, I'm also going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, not baking powder, baking soda as well. So that is it for the dry ingredients. Now we're gonna move on to the wet ingredients. Okay, so the first thing in the wet ingredients is 2 tablespoons of peanut butter or almond butter. I'm gonna use peanut butter because that's what we have. And like I said, I only have a 1/2 tablespoon in my little set, so I'm gonna do 4 of these. But like I said, only do 2 tablespoons of peanut butter or almond butter. Pop that in here. Okay, so then we need 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. I'm using this Steve's maple syrup. This is the sugar-free version, but it doesn't really matter. You can use regular sugar. This is just what we have. And again, I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons, but I'm gonna do 4 of these because this is a 1/2. Okay, so the next thing is vanilla extract. I'm gonna do, the recipe calls for a teaspoon, but I like vanilla the same way I liked cinnamon, so I'm gonna put a little bit more. I'm gonna do 1/2 tablespoon, so I'll do just this regular vanilla extract, but if I have it, I will also put a little bit of vanilla paste. It just makes the flavor a little bit more pronounced. I think I might be able to squeeze some. Yeah. So actually, we have some. I'm gonna use the Watkins organic pure vanilla paste. We have a little bit, so I'm gonna squeeze some in here. I love vanilla paste. It's just like, gives it a little extra something. So I'm also gonna add a 1/3 cup of brown sugar. I'm just using the dark brown sugar, although I don't think it really matters which type you use. If you're watching your sugar, maybe you can try stevia or agave. Not sure how it will taste, but I'm just following the recipe. So I'm gonna do a 1/3 cup and put it with the wet ingredients as well. Okay, and then I also am going to need a 1/3 cup of coconut oil. I'm just using this random one that I found at the grocery store. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure out a 1/3 cup of coconut oil, my little measuring cup. this, and then I'm gonna put it actually in a separate bowl because it needs to be melted. And I figure that's just the easiest way to do that. Just measure it out and put it in a separate bowl. I'm gonna go ahead and do like 30 seconds. See how that goes. It's not quite melted, so I'm gonna do another like 15 seconds. Okay, it's more or less melted. A little bit left, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this in this bowl, and then we'll mix it up. So I just mixed the wet ingredients together, and this is the consistency you want. It's kind of like a dark caramelly color, and it also has like a caramelly consistency. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour that into the dry ingredients. So when it's all mixed together, it looks like this. It's a little bit more on the wet side, but that's okay.
Get off of the internet. That's hysterical. Okay. Just your proposal comes out for stealing it.
I have a thought. A little honey in there. Okay. That's good. I like it. Okay, I also made the carrot ribbon salad, as you just saw. I actually really like it. Slight issue is I put a little bit of soy sauce. That's fine. I also put a little bit of the spicy chili paste. I don't think I bought the right thing, actually. I was supposed to buy chili crisp, but anyway, not the point. There's soybean oil and soybean paste in here, and if you didn't know, I'm allergic to soy. Now I can have soy. It's not that deep. I can have soy, but I can't eat it all the time. I also didn't put a lot. I put like 1 little teaspoon, so I think I should be fine. But it's good though. I like it. I think it's a good side dish. I've seen some people pair this with chicken, which I think would like eat so good, but I think it'd be a good side dish for the week. But yeah, I'm gonna eat that. At the end of the day, carrots are carrots, but it was good. I like it. So I'm gonna put that in the fridge, snack on that this week. If I do feel weird this week, then we'll make it again. We'll just adjust some of the ingredients, but honestly, it's really good. So that's that. Also, I took the granola out of the oven, so I'm letting it cool down. Once it cools down, I put some chocolate chips on top. Totally optional, but it just adds a little bit of sweetness to it. So yeah, and then I just crush it up, put it in a container, and I have it with my yogurt bowls a lot of the time. But sometimes, honestly, my mom just eats it by itself, and maybe she'll add a little bit of pomegranate seeds and like almond slices or something. But yeah, it's good. So those are my little recipes. Give them a go. Let me know how it goes. I'll put the recipes in the description as well, and I'll talk to you guys when I do something else glow up related.
Between the feet. have a fair amount of pace going here. This is fast, marching towards the foot and back down again, but keeping those hands in between the legs. Puts it forward just a few inches, actually lower, and back up again, and to the left knee. Keep that tension on as you straighten out the right leg and the left arm. Breath out, 2, 3.